Have you ever wondered about the origin of evil? The story of Lucifer and the fallen angels offers a fascinating glimpse into this age-old question. Let's delve into one of the most intriguing narratives in biblical history. Long before the creation of mankind, heaven was home to countless angels. Among them was Lucifer, whose name means light-bearer. He was described in Ezekiel 28:12-13 as the seal of perfection, full of wisdom and perfect in beauty. Lucifer held a position of great honor, possibly as the highest-ranking angel in God's heavenly host. However, Lucifer's heart became filled with pride. Isaiah 14:13-14 reveals his ambitious thoughts. I will ascend to the heavens. I will raise my throne above the stars of Chuyam. I will sit enthroned on the Mount of Assembly, on the utmost heights of Mount Zaphon. I will ascend above the tops of the clouds. I will make myself like the Most High. This pride led to rebellion. Lucifer convinced a third of the angels to join his cause against God. Revelation 12:4 tells us, his tail swept a third of the stars out of the sky and flung them to the earth. These stars are understood to be angels who chose to follow Lucifer. But God would not tolerate this rebellion. A great war broke out in heaven. Leading God's army was the archangel Michael. Revelation 12:7-8 describes this cosmic battle. And there was war in heaven. Michael and his angels fought against the dragon, and the dragon and his angels fought back. But he was not strong enough, and they lost their place in heaven. The dragon mentioned here is another name for Lucifer, who became known as Satan, meaning adversary. He and his rebellious angels were cast out of heaven, falling to earth. Jesus himself said in Luke 10:18, I saw Satan fall like lightning from heaven. With their fall, these angels became known as fallen angels or demons. They lost their heavenly status and became enemies of God and humanity. The Bible gives us various names for these fallen beings. They're called unclean spirits in Mark 5:13, evil spirits in Acts 19:12, and rulers, authorities, powers of this dark world, and spiritual forces of evil in the heavenly realms in Ephesians chapter 6-12. But what happened to these fallen angels after their expulsion from heaven? The Bible suggests they're active in our world today. 1 Peter 5:8 warns, be alert and of sober mind. Your enemy, the devil, prowls around like a roaring lion looking for someone to devour. This indicates that Satan and his fallen angels are actively working against God's plan and God's people. Some theologians believe that a portion of these fallen angels are currently bound. Jude 1:6 states, and the angels who did not keep their positions of authority but abandoned their proper dwelling. These he has kept in darkness, bound with everlasting chains for judgment on the great day. This suggests that some fallen angels are already facing punishment for their rebellion. However, many fallen angels appear to have freedom to operate in our world. They're described as influencing human affairs, tempting people to sin, and even possessing individuals in extreme cases. In Ephesians 6:11-12, Paul advises believers to put on the full armor of God so that you can take your stand against the devil's schemes. For our struggle is not against flesh and blood, but against the rulers, against the authorities, against the powers of this dark world, and against the spiritual forces of evil in the heavenly realms. Despite their current activity, the Bible is clear about the ultimate fate of Satan and the fallen angels. Revelation 20:10 prophesies, and the devil who deceived them was thrown into the lake of burning sulfur, where the beast and the false prophet had been thrown. They will be tormented day and night forever and ever. This final judgment isn't limited to Satan alone. Matthew 25:41 speaks of the eternal fire prepared for the devil and his angels. This indicates that all fallen angels will share in this ultimate punishment. It's important to note that while the fallen angels chose to rebel, the vast majority of angels remain faithful to God. These angels continue to serve as God's messengers and agents in the world, often appearing in biblical narratives to guide, protect, and deliver messages to humans. The story of Lucifer and the fallen angels serves as a powerful cautionary tale about the dangers of pride and rebellion against God. It reminds us that even beings of great wisdom and beauty can fall if they allow pride to corrupt their hearts. Moreover, this narrative provides context for the spiritual battle that the Bible says is ongoing in our world. It helps explain the presence of evil and temptation, while also assuring us of God's ultimate victory over these dark forces. For believers, understanding this story can deepen their faith and vigilance. As Peter advised, it encourages us to be alert and resist the schemes of the enemy. It also reminds us of the importance of humility and faithful obedience to God. At the same time, this account offers hope. It assures us that no matter how powerful evil may seem, it is ultimately limited and destined for defeat. God's authority is supreme, and his plan for redemption will prevail. As we reflect on this cosmic drama, we're invited to consider our own choices. Will we, like Lucifer, allow pride to lead us astray? Or will we choose humility, recognizing our dependence on God in seeking to align ourselves with his will? The story of Lucifer and the fallen angels, while ancient, continues to resonate with our modern experiences. It speaks to the reality of spiritual warfare, the consequences of pride, and the assurance of God's ultimate victory. As we navigate our own spiritual journeys, may we learn from this cautionary tale, remaining vigilant against temptation and steadfast in our faith.